What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is having a legendary day. Just came back from the barbers. I had to damn near run home. Your boy's fat and out of shape. Fucking A. All right, well, we're going to, of course, talk about the biggest news. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Oh, man, we were lucky. All right, well, before we get it started with all that, of course, y'all know we got to pay some bills. Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at NinerFaithfulRadio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join. For the Faithful by the Faithful Season 4 apparel is finally here. To see this year's designs and also save 20% off of Season 1 through 3 designs, go to ninerfaithfulradio.com/shop. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, faithful of all ages, let's get the show cracking.
Weiss has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
Niner Faithful Radio, the show hosted for the faithful, by the faithful, brought to you by Power Brand Systems.
What's cracking, Captain?
All gas, no brakes.
It's no break. Apparently, there was some reason that they couldn't go all no breaks, and they had to go no break. I remember them being very specific to us about that when we were coming up with ideas for the
What are they
Niners.
gonna do? Talk shit to Salah about it? Let them try.
I don't know. Anyway, yes. You know what, Jason? I've said this a million times before, and I'll say it a million times again. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, but thank you, Trent Baalke, for not fucking us over for a second time. I mean, because he would probably have been the reason why we got fucked on that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look, the way I understand it, Robert Saleh was putting a staff together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was putting his staff. He was hired as the Jags head coach. And we would have been fucked. You know, it's nobody's gonna say anything because at the end of the day, you got the result you wanted, and they're gonna whenever they have their next press conference, they're gonna act like it was no big deal and they knew it was gonna work out the whole time and everything like that. No, we got lucky because the Jags are incompetent. And I've never
not
heard.
Anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, look, I was actually just talking. Your boy got a haircut today. So I was just talking to literally right now. I was talking to my barber today, and I say this all the time, bro. Y'all probably sick and tired of hearing me say this. How in a league of parity, apparently, in a league of parity, how do teams stay bad for years and years and years? It's ownership. It's bad ownership. So until Khan or whatever that dude's name is can prove to me that he can successfully run an NFL organization, You know, um,
Might have been the
you're
best
incompetent.
decision he ever did was get rid of Balky because at least that. I mean, think about how many other guys interviewed for the job said no if Balky's still here. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh,
So
that's clearly what it was. But see, even that, Jason, even that. So whatever rules are, anything like that, to me, the way that you do it is that you come out and whenever you're setting up the interview with these people, you're talking to their agents, you're talking to them directly, you know, and they had to ask why, like, the people who did indeed turn down the job interview, you had to ask why. Oh, it's Trent Baalke. Oh, I'm not willing to work with Baalke. I'm not willing to work with Baalke. And the way I've always understood it is that generally when you fire somebody, you clean house. I'm not going to say that's necessarily what the Niners have always done. Clearly, we didn't. It took three coaches to get fired, or sorry, two fired and one mutually parting ways for us to get Baalke out. But for all the shit that Jed gets, it's whenever we're in the off season and I can not because I can always do it, but I kind of get into other teams just because it's NFL news and it all kind of ties in together and stuff like that. I realize how incompetent other owners are and how bad other franchises, the Cry Girls, are ran. It really does make me appreciate Jed because Jed's never denied a check, right? Nope. I've never heard them say we couldn't hire any coach because they were too expensive. They're clearly upgrading the stadium. Now, I think that has to do with more that the Super Bowl is coming here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The Jed wanting to make Levi's the best stadium in the NFL. He stayed out the way as far as I know. As far as it's been reported, Jed ain't poking his nose into draft meetings and all that type of shit. I mean, sure, he gets involved in the sense of like I believe any owner would. If you're drafting somebody and you're paying a 20, 21-year-old, 22-year-old millions of dollars, yeah, I'm going to want to say in that or at least, hey, this is what we're thinking,
At the very least, he knows that, you know what I mean, when all these guys are in there talking, not necessarily to keep talking, but at least listen to them.
Yeah.
Notice that one person seems to be right all the time, but everybody else is telling him to shut up, kind of thing. Maybe like, hey, why doesn't Bob over here get a chance to talk more often?
Yeah, exactly. And so we were lucky, Jason. We were really lucky. Oh, happy day. Anyway,
When
Saleh
comes
back to the Bay. Yes, he's back to the Bay. Oh, he's back in the Bay. And he'll bring number 6 our way. It's all lining up, brother. It's all. Remember, I told you that dream that I woke up. I thought it was so real that I literally was like, fuck, we got to get ready for the room. Jason's on his way. I literally woke up from that dream when we won the Super Bowl in my dream. I literally woke up, was like, fuck, we got to get the room ready. Jason's coming. And I was talking to my barber today, diehard Niner fan, used to cut the Niners hairs back in the day in the 80s. Like has fucking Eric Wright's number and like not like, oh, I got Eric Wright's number and he never answers my call. Like, no, like me, him, and Eric Wright have had conversations while I'm getting my haircut before. I was talking to him today and everything, and he was telling me, Neff, he was like, Neff, what do you think? That's all it is, Xerxes. Hey, tell me why I've always lightweight thought that.
Look, you were just stereotyping any other tan bald man now at this point.
What's up, Philly Car Special? Congratulations. I hope y'all beat the Chiefs. Go Niners. I'll always be bought. Oh, shit. I'm all pulling up your comments. Niners are not ass. Okay, I don't know where that's coming from. Kenny with the ahoy. Ahoy there, matey. So, Jason, your thoughts, Saleh coming back?
I know he wasn't necessarily my first choice, only because if he does even half of what we're expecting him to do, The only bad part is that we're right back in this situation next year. That was my only issue with bringing in someone like Salah. Did I want Salah back? Yes. I just don't want to lose Salah again. You know what I mean? Um, so
See,
that was the only issue that I had with anything to do with Salah. It's not him coaching, can he do it, or any of that kind of stuff. It's the fact of, okay, so he's back this year. We win the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I understand, you give up anything for a Super Bowl. But that also means that we're looking for our DC again next year. Now, whether or not that DC is in-house, KJ, right? Who
I
knows?
was just gonna say that.
So, I mean, but who knows? Who knows if he's even going to be ready? You know what I mean? We could have another same situation like Sorensen. Sorensen, obviously not ready to be a DC. While I know a lot of people are talking about KJ Wright might be the next one in the line, maybe he's not ready and we have the same situation again. So, again, what I would prefer if he's like saying, if Salah could stay 2 years, because if he stayed 2 years, then we get the additional comp picks. Because if he's gone next year, we don't get those comp picks.
Don't.
So, but yeah, again, definitely love the fact of Salah's back. The only problem is we have more likely we're gonna have the same problem next year. But you know what? If we win a Super Bowl, I'm okay with that problem at the end of the day.
Give me that problem, Jason.
Exactly.
Give me that problem, please. I want to be on the show in next year in 2 weeks, 54 weeks. I want to be having a conversation about who the fuck's gonna be DC again. Because we just lost our head coach because we won the Super Bowl. Please give me that problem.
Or I saw this one thrown out there. What if Salah's the next? For some reason, Kyle's just burnt out after Super Bowl. He's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. What if Salah just becomes the next head coach?
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, it's just kind of funny how without the championships, obviously, and I'm not comparing Kyle and saying Kyle's the next Bill or whatever like that. But I mean, what happened? Who succeeded Bill Walsh? Our defensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. So it would definitely go in the line of Niner history.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be opposed to that. You make KJ Wright head coach. I'm curious to say, and this almost wouldn't be fair to Salah to do it, but I wonder if Kyle, if part of the deal was that he stays 2 years. He says, "Hey, you come here, you come here, you give me 2 years." Because of those comp picks, which how much the Niners love them comp picks.
And people bitch about them. Well, it's like you can play the game too,
Yeah, I mean, how about this? Hire minority coaches. Doesn't seem
that hard. Like people complain all the time about the 49ers are beating the system. Well, it's not, like you said, it's not hard. Just hire some people with some pigmentation in their skin, and you can play the same game we are.
Shit, and they don't even have that much have to have that much pigmentation. Look at fucking Mike
McDaniels.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, whiter than you, Jason. But hey, give me that thought.
Yeah, it's like, I don't give a damn.
Baby. That third round.
And I get the same thing with me when people are like, "You're Samoan." Like when I heard he was part black, I was like, "He's black?"
No, his grandpa is black.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like,
yeah,
man, where in your lineage? I mean, like I said, I get it. Even like I said, with my dad being it and me as white as it is, so I get it from McDaniels. But even I was just like, "Oh, I thought he was just a white dude." But yeah, anybody can play this game. The rest, it's not our fault that the rest of the NFL can't figure out how to do it.
It's don't know. But also another reason why I love the Niners. I'm with you, Jason. Like, let's be real. I almost part of me is torn because part of me was like, look, bro, it's lining up, and I was happy day, Salah's back in the Bay, and like, of course, I'm stupid ass juiced, bruh. I mean, like I sent that video to y'all, and I was like, how do you have a coach like this and not want to go run through a brick wall? Jason, how many times did you come on air and basically call the Niners out and say we were complacent? I've said on several occasions.
No energy.
We simply thought that we were going to roll the gold helmets out and teams were going to bow down to the SF logo, And, I mean, look, offensive, Do I think energy from an offensive coordinator is necessarily? No. But what's defense all about, Jason? Defense is all about energy and effort,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Like,
you want something, and having energy is, you want some. Look at McVay. McVay has,
passion.
more. Yeah. But I mean, the defense definitely runs more on passion, energy kind of thing than your typical offense does.
Yeah, it's just you know, I remember when I was getting ready to play football and trying to figure out what position I wanted to play and everything like that. My stepdad told me, he goes, "Do you want to hit or do you want to get hit?" You know, he goes,
Yeah.
That's why I played defense. I'd rather hit than get hit, you know. But I do want to cautious because sometimes when you think everything's going right and perfect and all that, you know, um, life will throw you a curveball. So am I optimistic? Yes. Would I put my life savings on the Niners winning a championship this year? Maybe not my life savings, but maybe like half. I might not put the whole thing, but I might put half.
Well, kind of like with media in our Twitter group, he was talking about, he's like, and he is right. Like, granted, a bunch of us are super excited, all of us right now, getting Salah back. I'm sure we're talking about the special teams coordinator, who I'm really
Yeah.
excited about getting him back too, or getting him in the building. But doesn't it feel like right now, for the first time in a while, we're kind of winning the off season?
Yes. I was just gonna say, I mean, I know you're a vibes kind of guy, Jason. I'm not so much a kind of vibes, but when you step back and you look at the vibes all off season, I was just talking to my barber today. One of the first things I said to him when I walked in was "Refi or Unk," and so I was telling him, if you're a vibes guy, just you figure that you have the offseason, you lose the Super Bowl, right? So obviously the vibes aren't the world's greatest in 49 Centennial Bowl, or sorry, Marie P. DeBarlo way. You got BA who straight looked like he was at somebody's fucking funeral, and everything. Like, the vibes are shitty. You have the CMC holdout, you have the Trent holdout, you got the BA issue. See, just so much shit going on that this year's so different. So different. The vibes are so different. I feel that we're gonna have a lot more energy. I mean, oh shit, I'm way behind on the chat.
Kenny.
Give vibes, guys. Understatement. Hold on, I want to see if I could pull up this picture, because to me,
But you are right. While you look that up, you're right. I've had this sneaky feeling that just something was off, and it's almost, like I said, it's still early. Obviously, we're not even to the Super Bowl yet. We're not even to the off season, for fuck's sakes. But so far, everything just feels good, and it's kind of a weird feeling, because usually in the off season, what are we doing? We're replacing defensive coordinators, because they're usually getting hired somewhere else or stuff like that. So we're losing people. There you go.
I mean, just that right
That's
there.
your defensive coach and an offensive player just vibing correctly right there.
But like, that's what exactly I was going to talk about, is look at Debo. Like, yeah, we see Robert Saleh, everything like that. I was actually almost going to use this picture for the thumbnail. But look at the energy that's Debo being Debo. Debo's just that kind of nigga. But like, you see, can't tell who that is. That Brunskill? Yeah, that is Brunskill.
Yeah, there's Brunskill behind him.
Yeah. So, you look at Brunskill. We obviously got, that's probably Justin School, I believe. Looks like 67.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's spelling out school.
Yeah.
Look at the guy behind Scala, the tall white guy. He's even got his
I actually didn't know that. Kind of looks like one of my high school coaches. So anyway, it's just the energy that's transformed into the team. You and I talked about the mental rest that this football team clearly needed. I spit that as a fact that I've been saying all year, all last year to you, Jason, which is 60 games in 3 years. And my Barber Magic
not winning is the key point in all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it the Chiefs are okay? Because they've won. Winning cures everything. What have we lost? 2 fucking Super Bowls and NFC Championships games. So if we win one of them, it's better. We haven't, hence the reason why it's so low.
We were actually talking about it, and I no secret, I obviously didn't watch the championship games. I will not watch the Super Bowl. I'm tired of fucking watching other teams win championships. You know what I'm saying? I'm just over it, bro. I've tapping for 30 years. So
I'm hoping Bane shows up like in the Dark Knight.
Then just blows up the stadium. Nobody wins the Super Bowl.
I'd be okay with a tie.
Okay with a tie. Dual championship. But I said, Unc, I was like, do you really think it's fixed? And he pretty much said, nigga, they were saying the same shit about us in the 80s. That the NFL wanted the Niners to win and everything like that. And he said, look, and mind you, I didn't watch the game. He goes, they scored. You had enough time to respond, and all you needed was a field goal. And Unc has a kind of more of a nigga do it despite of kind of attitude. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, I do. Why did the Chiefs win on Sunday? I mean, refs, I'm not going to say exactly why because I didn't watch the game. But you know what? When times got tough, when they were in a battle, they were able to pull from their championship pedigree. You've heard all the old school Niners talk about how, they would go back to the drive in 88, to win the Super Bowl. They would go, fuck the catch game. People seem to forget we had 5 turnovers that game. You feel me?
Yeah.
People think it was this picture perfect, it was a fucking no. Like we turned the ball over. Joe threw 3 picks. But they were able to pull from this their championship pedigree and the things they have been through in the past. So yeah, Jason, the vibes are definitely different this year. Now, this is what I would say: continue it.
Exactly.
Because none of this shit matters if it's August and Brock still ain't signed.
Yeah, like if we go into the draft and we draft 2 wide receivers, 4 running backs, and a ball boy.
Yeah, right.
All this goodwill fucking goes out the window. You know what I mean? So the goodwill can easily just be dropped whenever, kind of thing.
Yeah, championships aren't won even before the fucking Super Bowl before is fucking played.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We're not winning a championship January 28th. We won one January 29th. Right,
it feels good.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's sad, Jason? Man, I actually thought about this right now when I looked down and I saw the date was January 28th. You know what tomorrow is, right? 30 years since our last championship. January 29th, 1995. Fucking A, bro.
I was in Japan.
I was actually right down across the street from my barber's in my house, spraying SF 49ers rule with my mama's hairspray.
Have a good night at work, Bebop. Thank you for joining up, brother.
Yeah. All right, brother. Go. Yeah, let's go, Sala. We'll catch you on the flip side, Bebop. But yeah, so super juiced that Sala is. I remember coming on air and saying it, Jason, that what was going to happen if we were in this situation again next year without a championship. Now, if we win the Super Bowl, I give a fuck less. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fucking fuck what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said earlier, that's good problems to have at that point.
That's top 1%. That's rich people problems, Jason.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of teams like, oh no, like the Lions. Oh, you lost your DC? Like, oh, cry me a river.
We need to get that one. I forget what movie it's from, where they're all the guys just are they're being hung and you're like, oh, first time.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know what it is. I just can't think of what it is
about.
Like, oh, it's first time.
Is it the Mummy?
No, it wasn't the Mummy.
Pirates?
No, I want to say it was something. I don't know, but I got the scene in my head. I just can't.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. But yeah. Just real quick, Jared Goff. Jared. Wait. Too soon? Too soon? My bad. Oh, y'all thought y'all won the Super Bowl when you beat a fucking injured Niner team. I fucking told them, Jason. Y'all niggas are. Did I not come on air, Jason, and said, hey, look, as somebody who said this from the Eagles game, y'all beat us. It's not the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, and they walked out of there, act like they fucking won the Super Bowl. You know, it ain't easy. You know, you could have swore that they were just simply. I think people look at the Niners and think this shit's
What up, Tommy?
easy.
Ferry.
What's up, Ferry? How you doing, brother? But anyway, I'll talk shit more to the Lions. Yeah, I think some of my family may or may not have blocked me. Mysteriously, I haven't gotten text messages back from the few I've sent. You know.
You'll know come Christmas when you don't get the Christmas card, kind of.
Yeah,
you know
right, right.
When your birthday comes around, you don't even get the birthday card, or there's no Christmas card.
Yeah,
that's when you
happy
know you're
birthday
done.
text.
Yeah.
You know, because it was funny that Monday night, come about 8:45, my phone was fucking blowing. I had to turn that motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? And mysteriously, no, you know, my phone ain't ringing. Let me see. Nah, it still ain't ringing.
You pulled a Gino.
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't call back. I
So
didn't call back.
we also hired, and I know that the thumbnail was Saleh and everything like that, and he's probably the most important hire of the offseason. But Bryant Boyer was hired as our D coordinator. He spent the previous 9 seasons as special teams coordinator for the Jets. During his tenure, he led a special teams unit that ranked tied for second in total touchdowns with 9, second in blocked punts with 8, and tied for 5th in special teams points scored with 63. Opponent kickoff return average, which was 21.8. Under Boyer's guidance, 2 players, Braxton Barrows and Andre Roberts, earned Associated Press first team All-Pro honors as returners, with 3 players making Pro Bowl appearances. We got some experience, Jason. And see, I want to make sure that I correct this, because a lot of people think Brian Schneider was a scrub. Schneider was not a scrub.
No, he was not.
I'm with Lombardi on this one. Is that we could have hired Bill fucking Walsh himself to coach our special teams coordinator, raised him up from the grave. It's the organizational attitude.
Yeah.
So does
Kyle Shanahan attitude towards it?
There you go. So, I want to correct Chapman. Chapman said they didn't practice special teams. They practiced kickoffs in training camp. Now, I think that more was hey, it's new, we got to practice it, you know, more than us practicing special teams. But yeah, and you know what? What I want to see most from these hires, and I think Saleh will get it, just because let's be real, the Niners wanted Saleh more than Saleh wanted the Niners.
Yeah, he could have had a couple of head coaching jobs. I mean, honestly, once Carroll got that DC job in the Raiders, I was like,
Yeah, I was kind of a little nervous about that too. Or you know what makes me a little bit nervous too? KJ.
Yeah, for sure, 100% KJ.
Yeah, that makes me a little nervous that he's, you know, because I don't even think KJ Wright's he's not our official linebacker. So even a promoted,
he's just a quality assistant.
Yeah,
he's the quality assistant.
Even if he promoted him to linebacker coach with the guidance of, hey, we'll groom you to become our eventual DC. That shit makes me a little bit nervous.
And that's still a possibility.
Yeah, I would kind of try to keep KJ Wright under the radar. You know, like, hey KJ, why don't you go sit in the booth, bro? Like, we're gonna try to keep you under the radar here. Because let's be real, he didn't have no loyalty to the Niners. No, you know, I guarantee you, he has a shitload of loyalty to Pete Carroll.
That's why. I mean, I necessarily wouldn't even be mad at him, or even like Saleh, because Saleh got his break into coaching because of Pete Carroll. Mm-hmm. So I mean, but back to Bryant to Boyer, I think it's a great hire. It's definitely along the lines of the Shanahan loyalty program.
Once
One
removed.
person, yeah, once removed from the, but I wonder how much of the fact is that Saleh was like, look, we need special teams. If I'm going to come back, we need to fix our special teams. This is the guy we hire. You know what I mean? Because look at what he only had one bad year when he had special team stuff. And it was like 2021, and that was because they went through like 5 kickers, kind of like we did this year. And so, and that's what brought their entire special teams down. But otherwise, he's had good special teams coach. The guy played 13 years in the league, mostly as a special teams player, so he understands the idea of how to play special teams and what it takes to be that kind of a player. So, those guys who are just going to be, in the NFL for years and all they do is play special teams, they can relate to him. He's like, look, I had a good career doing exactly what you guys are doing, and now I'm coaching you. You know what I mean? So it's a great thing to have on there.
I think Saleh helps. I think hiring Saleh helps. I really do. I really do. So this is the thing that nobody is talking about with Dre is that, now that we've got some of these coaches that have been hired and executives that have been hired other places, man, you don't think Tennessee or Rand Carthon isn't there anymore? Hell,
Nope.
tell me that Adam Peters would not love to have Dre Greenlaw on his team.
Yeah, have him play beside Bobby Wagner. Yeah.
Tell me that Adam Peters would not have that. Which, by the way, congratulations to Adam Peters. Although my fantasy, we all know John Lynch. I could definitely. You talked about Kyle being weared off out of the Super Bowl or anything like that. I think Kyle's going to be like his dad. I think Kyle's going to have to be told you're no longer wanted to be a head coach. And everything like
especially
that. I think
as long as we're competitive for the most part, like we've talked about before.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get rid of him.
But
What's up, Steve-O?
I could definitely see John Lynch. We win the championship this year. I could see John Lynch leaving, which, of course, my fantasy was, okay, John Lynch leaves. You just promote Adam Peters to GM and, shit keeps rolling. But that's obviously not going to happen.
But now you can hire back Ryan Carthon.
Hey, I'm all for that.
Hey, you do that, you also get some comp picks, don't we? If he leaves again.
So we're comp pick formula, baby. Let's go. I love them third rounders. It's pronounced soft with an F.
What?
Classic
What's Saleh has picks now and controls the coaches hired?
Smoke.
I wouldn't necessarily say that he controls who's hired, except for on the defensive side, but I'm saying my point with him and Boyer is the fact that he probably pushed for Boyer to get hired here. I don't think that would be
he definitely did. He definitely did. I wonder because to me it doesn't matter if special teams who we hired as special teams coordinator. If Kyle doesn't let them run the special teams, hey Kyle, it's 4th and fucking half a yard. Let me run Rich Mitch now. Fucking Mitch, let the Aussie loose. Run down the sideline, baby. Justice for Mitch Wishnowsky. Then it doesn't matter. If Kyle's not listening, like, hey, Kyle, we shouldn't fucking punt here. We're at the 40-yard line, and it's 4th and half a yard. If CMC can't get a half a yard, you just simply tip your cap to him and say, congratulations, you stopped the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
So do I think that we're going to come in and have the best special teams unit? No. But shit, if we were just average this year, we don't lose to Arizona. The Yams probably don't get that fake punt in LA, which totally flipped that game.
Yep. Average probably at least puts us into the playoffs. Maybe not first in division or any of that, but at the very least, we get in the playoffs.
I think we're probably a 6th seed, maybe 7th. Because injuries are real. and everything like that. But so I want to say congratulations, Kyle, but then again, I don't, because you got fucking lucky. You know, this was the Bucks coach apparently ghosting Tampa Bay and lying and saying that he was taking his kid to the doctors when he was really.
No, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. If that doesn't happen, we're having a completely different show today, Jason.
Yeah. Apparently his kid actually has some sort of like autoimmune thing. And at the same time that he was having the interview with the Jaguars and the Bucks were trying to call him, his kid was having some sort of a medical emergency, I guess. And so he was not necessarily ghosting the Bucks, but obviously he was taking the phone call about his kid over talking to him, is what the way I understood it.
Yeah, well, so are me. Mason Graham, baby. Woo! We have an undefeated schedule. How do we have an undefeated schedule? Everybody's undefeated right now.
If he's saying that we have a weak schedule, yes, we do.
I mean, it's truly Super Bowl or bust, right, Jason? Like, I don't know how much more of a situation. I don't want to say cushy because it's never easy to win a championship, but I don't know how much more the stars can align, bruh. You got a fourth place schedule.
Yep.
The fucking Super Bowl's in your stadium. No dealing with some bullshit UNLV fucking turf. We're literally going to practice on the turf that we practiced all fucking season.
Yeah. I mean, the only issue I see with coming with scheduling next year, and it looks like we're going to have that game in Germany. I think that's what we're going to play.
That makes
so. I mean, even than that, that's. But you got the prodigal son returning. Yeah. You finally are going to make upgrades, on your special teams. You would assume with the special teams coach that's going to put an emphasis on actually trying to put special teams. You've got a draft pick to where you can go two ways with this draft pick. You can either pick at 11 and get your choice of, probably the second or third best defensive tackle, defensive end, offensive tackle, or you trade back in stock picks. So, I mean, you've got choices on that.
Or
so you got a chance of – yeah, I mean, I don't think just trading up, though. But I mean,
I don't think so either. But
with as deep as this draft is in certain spots where we need players, drafting down makes so much more sense.
I'm always for that. There was a tackle. Chapman was talking about him. I don't know if you watched his show today. I think it was today.
From Texas?
Yeah, I think.
It's no.
Roku.
No. Erowani, the guy from Minnesota. I know who he's talking about. Yeah.
He was talking about trading back to like 15, taking him.
Yeah.
So this is definitely lining up. You got odd year Debo.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely odd year Debo's going to come.
Odd year Debo. Apparently BA's rising shooting jump shots.
Yep.
That's fucking fantastic news, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's not football.
It's not football. It's not football, and I'd be like, "Hey, BA, let's calm down with that a little bit, bruh. Let's calm down here a little bit about taking jump shots." But Matt Mayoko seemed very optimistic when he was like, "Dude, the dude walked in on crutches like 2 weeks ago, and now he's sitting there in the Niners locker room, taking jump shots and stuff like that." So the stars are definitely aligning, and I'm actually almost kind of glad the Eagles won and are making it to the Super Bowl, because I think we can be the 2025 Eagles.
I believe this is who you were talking
there you
about.
Go. Yep. Exactly who I'm talking about. So who we got? Oh, hey, Jason, did they come out with that draft guide yet?
For PFF? No, it's not out yet.
No? Okay. Because that shit was such a value. Shoot that to me when it comes out, because that was a godsend.
Well, hopefully I have a job when it comes out so I can afford it, because my PFF's gonna expire.
We'll talk about that, because I'm thinking about dropping something else and picking up PFF if it can all work out.
Okay.
So, I might have to. Like I said in our end of season meeting, there might be shit I have to drop for the show, but one of the things I'm planning to do is drop this shit that we don't even use really, and then pick up PFF. Anyway, we'll talk about that. But yeah, him. Him. That's who I was talking about from Missouri. Trading back because I think that this is twofold. I think this last year's draft and this year's draft is about the future because we have very little holes as far as starters, that we need to fill. Maybe a linebacker, depending on free agency. So obviously the top 10 pick, you want an alpha day one starter and everything like that. Uncle Magic was asking me, he goes, you think they're going to go D-line and not O-line? I'm like, what's the point of spending a 11th round pick on a fucking O-lineman that they're not going to start? Everybody talks about Dominic Pooney. They were not going to start Dominic Pooney, and then Jake Brendel and John Feliciano were hurt, and that forced him to put Dominic Pooney in. The plan was not to start Dominic Pooney. Like, let's not get it twisted, Jason. So everybody's talking about taking a center. Why? So he could sit on the bench for a year? Why draft a center that's going to, I'm not redshirting the 11th overall pick.
No. But we could drop back or take someone in the third like Jared Wilson from Georgia.
Cool. I love that. What would you think? Because the thing that there was somebody that I think Graham did a video yesterday talking about apparently the Niners are playing the overhaul defense and add way more speed and everything like that. And
yes.
What did we say?
We've been saying that all fucking year.
What did we say about our safeties? We don't have a free safety. We have 3 strong safeties.
Yeah.
What would you think about? I don't know if anybody's worth. I'm pretty sure there's nobody worth 11, but there's got to be some first round. What would you think about taking a free safety?
No.
Okay.
I think I know. I don't. Fuck. Let me pull the fucking thing back up now. Let me see who's the fucking best safeties out there. Okay, here's the big board.
Because there's nobody at 11 that I've heard of in the little bit of research I've done. I haven't looked much into secondary. I'm just now getting started in the O-line and D-line.
Malachi Starks is fucking legit. But there's such a huge drop-off. If you don't get Malachi Starks, there's such a huge drop-off between him and Xavier Woods, the next best guy.
Xavier Watts?
Yeah. And I like Xavier Watts. I think he's a good player. But
45?
But yeah, he's not
43.
worth – like I said, he's not worth trading, for like an 11th pick. And I don't think I don't see the need for us to have Malachi that –
But that Xavier Watts, if you say that he's number 45 overall, or PFF's number 45 ranked player. We draft number 43. Huh.
I'm looking at some of his games.
50-4 against the Gators. Gator bait, baby.
He had some of his better and worst games came against better teams. You know what I mean? So
Texas.
So, he's 78 versus Clemson, but then he had a 50 against Alabama, a 78 for Texas, 54. You know what I mean? So it's kind of he's up and down as far as how good he is against the good teams.
Oh, we'll get to safeties, and everything like that. That's just kind of the idea I'm floating because it almost seems like with hiring Saleh, it almost seems like we're going defense first round. Like honestly. I think we might go trenches the first 2 picks, and I would have zero problem with that.
As much as I want a tackle, an offensive tackle,
we're not drafting one.
I see it more and more, like especially with Saleh coming back. I think, and I could see Saleh being like, "Hey, our defensive line sucks. I'll come back, but I want our first pick to be, somewhere in the trenches."
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that because. Let's be real. What's the strength of our team, Jason? The strength of of the Robert Saleh era of the Niners was our D.
Because we had the horses to run the wide 9.
Yes, we did. And so I'm curious. Did Saleh? Because it does not sound like that was Saleh's idea. Sounds like it came from upstairs, aka Kyle and John. and everything like that. So is that one of these are the things I'm curious about. Like, well, what were the conditions of Saleh saying, coming back? Was it, hey, we're dumping the wide nine? I want more say in defensive personnel. I'm making nachos tomorrow, girls. Love them. Tommy Zest, Johnson, fried up real nice. Damn, y'all making me hungry. So good job.
Tommy,
we're gonna wrap this up real quick because
Tommy, the next time I'm down there, you gotta have. We need to have Tommy cook for us.
Yeah, I know, right. So when the
There you
schedule,
go,
I'm putting this out to all our regulars.
I'm gonna give this one for Steve-O real quick. A Duval.
Oh, I just seen that on fucking
Have you
Twitter.
seen that shit? That was about the most cringiest shit I've ever seen.
Oh God,
that shit was hilarious.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up soon because I'm hella itchy, bro. If you haven't seen me, I'm looking like a fucking crackhead, scratching and all that shit the whole show. We're gonna try to get. I'm gonna try to convince Jason to try to come out here for a game this year. I know he's talking about Houston, but I want to get a meet and greet this year with all of us. I want to watch a fucking game, all the regulars this year, drag Jamie's ass up here and everything like that, and get together for a meet and greet and everything like that, even if it has to be at one of our cribs. Hey, I go live when I first saw that. I almost didn't put the comment on, like, come on, Tommy. Fucking talking over here, talking about secret sauce and shit. I almost didn't put the comment up, bro, for that exact reason.
We'll see. I'm still not working and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'll tell you my secret ingredient. It's semen. Fucking Tommy. Oh God, man.
Y'all are nasty. Y'all are nasty.
The chat, bro. The chat's the chat. Thank God, fucking they don't censor chats. Just kidding. It's A1 steak sauce. I have some red wine, blue cheese too. I do not like blue cheese, actually.
Nope, I'm not a big.
I'm not a blue cheese guy, but I love me some fucking great. That's great consistency beet butter. Oh my God. Okay, so I think that's the side for us to get up out of here. Jason, final thoughts?
I'm glad. I'm happy with the two coaches.
Me too.
I'd like to see how the rest of the staff is filled out. Now, we get to see these guys. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, KJ Wright doesn't get poached from us because I can easily see that one. And now we can definitely start. We got the Senior Bowl this weekend.
And then that's what we're going to talk about next week. We're gonna go over Senior Bowl.
And yeah, that's about it. Can't wait. Hopefully, I get a job, and then we can do that meet and greet where we can all hang out and everything.
Yeah.
Preferably, I want to come down for training camp, but again, hopefully, I gotta make some money.
Training camp, bro. We'll fucking go out there, run Levi's and shit.
Yeah. But again, like I said, that all depends on if I can get a job here soon.
Yeah, ditto. Well, not get a job, but get a better job.
So,
all right, hold on. Papa Asian seeks some young guy. God, I love y'all. Y'all definitely ain't French then. Nah, I'm Haitian. So that's kind of like being French. All right, Jason. Well, we'll catch you next week, brother. And we'll talk Senior Bowl. KJ Wright's down there.
Yep, KJ Wright and August Manjin, how you pronounce it, our special teams quality coach down there. And I love the fact that KJ Wright is working with linebackers and edges because he's going to have a lot of say into who possibly we could be picking up with that first pick or our first pick, not the first pick.
Yeah, no, never a dull moment when you're a Niner content creator. All right, brother, we'll catch you next week and we'll talk some Senior Bowl.
Fafatai lover, one love chat.
Yay! All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Your boys got to get in the shower. Oh, I gotta kick Jason out. Your boys got to take a shower. I'm fucking looking like a crackhead, all itchy and everything like that. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Wait, you probably are French. I don't know, maybe part Haitian. So, all right. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Some young guy. Oh fuck, bro. The chat gets me. Y'all get me and everything. I gotta go take a shower and eat. I'm fucking starving. Oh, happy day. Salah's back in the bay. Sing it with me, chat. Yo, yes, he's back in the bay. Hallelujah. So let's keep this energy going up. Let's keep the good vibes going. And please, y'all, stay safe. You like it? You like the haircut now? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go hop in the shower and everything like that. I shall see y'all next week. Till then, faith, love, and happiness. Go Niners.